Awesome. All right. So I'm Elliot on the Life of Humber team, and this is our series, We Got You Live, where we are going to be answering your burning questions. Today's guest loves traveling, trying food from all over the world, can speak Spanish, Hindi, and some French and English, and would love to become a professional skydiver. And today we're talking about how to access your accommodations online. Let's all welcome Sonia for going live with us today.
Hello, everyone.
Awesome. So let's jump right into it. So can you tell everybody how they can access our accommodations?
Yeah, sure. So I work in accessible learning services, and for students with disabilities to access accommodations, they have to make an appointment with an accessibility consultant in our office. How to do this? You can email our front desk, counseling@humber.ca. During your first appointment with an accessibility consultant, what you will do is work with them one-on-one to determine what accommodations you're eligible for based on your history of accommodations, best practice, and documentation. Once you determine the accommodations, you will create jointly a letter of accommodation that is sent to your professors on your behalf or given to you so you can give it to them. In this letter of accommodations, which is created in a confidential manner, there are going to be set up the testing accommodations, in-classroom accommodation, and overall program accommodations.
Awesome. And any student can access these accommodations, whether they are new or returning?
So accommodations are set up for both incoming students as well as ongoing students that are attending Humber and Guelph Humber.
Awesome. That's great to know. So how are accessibility consultants working online?
So currently during these situations, accessibility consultants are still working online, and basically you can set up an appointment with them, either a phone appointment or a video appointment, depending on your choice, as I said before, through our front desk. And if you already have a consultant assigned, you can always email them with your concerns.
Perfect. And as you were saying, you touched a bit about this. How do students request testing accommodations?
So once the letter of accommodation is created and sent to your professors on your behalf, or you get given it to you so you can give it to them, what happens is throughout the semester is very important for you to keep an open communication with your faculty, and when you have an exam or a test, to remind them that you want to make use of those accommodations so they can open up whatever accommodations you have for you. It is important because faculty, even if they have received your letter of accommodations, that doesn't mean that they know that you will be using them, because it would be up to you if you want to make use of them or not.
Oh, okay. Awesome. And there may be a few first year students watching this. What are some tips you have for surrounding them being successful at their new year?
Great. First of all, thank you, first-year students, for joining us at Humber, Guelph Humber.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and in some of the tips that come into my mind, so it's very important to foster positive relationships, both with your professors as well with like the different departments, because we're all here to help you. So open communication, positive relationships. This is the time and space for you to ask all those questions that you may not know. We're actually here for you, and that's our purpose. And then not only is it important for you to take care of yourself as a student and your courses, your assignments, your exams, or the academic aspect, but we want you to also have a good journey with us. And so it's important for you to look at yourself in a holistic way, where you're not only taking care of your academic aspect, but also other aspects of wellness, to have a healthy and balanced lifestyle as a student and have a good journey with us.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Those are some key points to remember for having a good year. And also for some of the new people that are just joining the live at the halfway through, what are the who are the accommodations for?
So accommodations are set up for students who have a disability. However, if let's say you have never had a history of accommodations and you're struggling, and that's something that you want to find out, you can always also make an appointment with us so we can help you determine if that's the case or not. And we can always refer you to other services as well.
Awesome. Perfect to know. Mm-hmm. And then for students, do they have to request accommodations every semester? Or does it renew automatically?
So every semester, students who have already registered with us have to actually renew their accommodation letters. they can do this by emailing the consultant that they're working with, or making an appointment with us as well, with their consultant. But there is also a link online through our website to how to renew the accommodation letters. And if you're at Humber College, then you also basically can view your accommodation letters through our website. There's a link to their student web portal.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good note to have if you are a student looking into accommodations. Just remember that you do have to renew it. And as you touched upon this before, where can we find more information on accommodations?
Great. So we still got you, and our website, Accessible Learning Services, you can access this one through humber.ca and look for Accessible Learning Services, which is under Student Services.
Awesome. Actually, I'm going to touch upon one of the ALS services at the moment. So if you are actually looking for more information on Accessible Learning Services or ALS, check out their Easy Start Transition program for new students. It's geared towards students with disabilities, and it's an opportunity for them to understand the different aspects of post-secondary, from meeting your consultant and understanding your accommodations to better time management and managing your stress while you're at Humber College and the University of Guelph Humber. So the program starts August 17th to 28th, so that's the next 2 weeks. And if you would like to check it out, it's in our link in our bio, and you check out the Easy Start Transition program, and we'll send you right there to the website, and you'll be there.
Okay, great.
Yeah, awesome. And if anybody has any other questions, drop them in the comments below, and we can start answering. I know there was a few before, so I'll scroll up and we'll go through those. Awesome. Police Foundations, you guys are commenting what program you guys are in. I'd like to see that. Good to see everyone. Will the test center be open?
Oh, that's a very good question. So we are still finding out the logistics in terms of how to work in terms of accommodations. Right now, I would say most of it is remotely. As we're facing into on campus, we will be deciding, and you should be basically stay tuned to the updates that come up in the Student Services website to see if that will be open.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And then another question here we have is, how do I make an appointment with Accessibility Learning Services? Or Accessible Learning Services?
Perfect. So currently, you can email our front desk, and we have streamlined our email account to counseling@humber.ca, because Accessible Learning Services is under the umbrella Student Wellness and Accessibility Center, where Accessible Learning Services, Health Services, and Counseling, we're part of the same group. And so we have streamlined the email to make an appointment with any of us, either Accessible Learning Services, Counseling Services, or Health Services, through the email counseling@humber.ca.
Awesome. Check that out if you are looking into that. And then also another question, do I need to disclose my disability to any of my professors?
No, you don't have to disclose the disability. As I mentioned earlier, it's the work that we do with you is in a confidential manner. So when you actually set up an appointment with us and meet with the consultant the first day, you are actually signing some consent forms for us to be able to work with your faculty in terms of your accommodations. We do not disclose what disability you have. And if you want to do that on your own, it's up to you, but that's not something that is required. And as I said, we work with you in a confidential manner. So what faculty and what our role is to help you with understanding the accommodations, what your strengths, your difficulties, and determine your eligibility, and making sure that are put in place without disclosing what type of disability you have.
Perfect. Thanks for clarifying that. And we had another question here that came up. What kind of accommodations are provided?
So as I mentioned earlier, depending on the nature of your strengths and difficulties, and functional limitations, we would determine what testing accommodations, in-classroom accommodations, or overall program accommodations you may be eligible for. I can give some examples, but based on each individual case, these are tailored based on your unique needs, right? So, and strengths and difficulties. But for example, for testing accommodations, there could be extra time for tests, being able to have a quiet space, maybe a supervised break. There could be note-taking services for in-classroom accommodations. But again, it's determined case by case based on each unique individual's strengths and difficulties.
Awesome. That's perfect. Love to hear that it's personalized to each student. And if there's no other questions here, then we can wrap this up. We hope this provided a lot of value and information for everyone out there. Just give another minute for if anybody else has any questions. And if you do have a question that we haven't answered, you can also message us, and it might even be our next live. So send us a message if you have a burning question, and we can get back to you and send you to the right place. Awesome. But if not, thank you so much for coming live with us today. It was a little quick chat, but it was awesome to get to know some of this information.
Thank you very much, and welcome everyone.
Yeah, welcome and thank you. So stay safe out there, everyone, and it's been a great little chat. All right, we'll see everybody soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.